The Houston Astros here in 2021 have been the complete opposite of what Kendall's been used to for the entirety of his career. Kendall's used to winning, MVPs and accolades on his own, with the team doing well because he's been able to carry them with a good supporting cast. But this season in 2021, the supporting cast has been pretty poor. Now we have Billy Butler, we have our boy Buster Posey, but outside of that, we don't really have anybody. A lot of the big names we've had in the past have either retired or they moved on. Our pitching staff is absolutely hot garbage so far. They haven't really been good. You guys saw a game earlier in the season where they had 12 or 13 runs given up pretty early in the ball game. So we have to score a lot of runs, and our team just doesn't have enough power to generate them without Kendall doing it himself. Now we're here in the field, we're going to try and throw a guy out at first base, and Kendall still has the laser. If anything at this point, I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs, but Kendall's going to try to win himself a Gold Glove. Now here in the fourth inning, Kendall's up to bat. First pitch is in, and we're going to foul that one off. One thing a lot of you guys have asked about is, why doesn't Kendall go in free agency last year? I kind of explained in the last video, we unfortunately didn't have enough years to hit free agency, but after this season, 100% positive, we'll be able to hit free agency. Kendall has also asked for a trade. The Astros, though, are not trying to give it to him. They're saying that they still think this team could turn it around, but to be honest, I don't feel like this team has any chance to make the playoffs this year. We'll see, but Kendall pokes one out to right field, and this one's going to go right past the right fielder. Why is this dude doing flips in the outfield? Kendall's going to round second base here. The ball's into the cutoff man. He's going to get it to third base. Kendall slides, and he's just in for a triple there. Huge play by Kendall. And the interesting thing about Kendall so far is his salary is only about $12.5, $13 million. So to be honest, I think the Astros could trade him for a pretty solid deal, get some prospects in return. But what I'm hearing is a lot of teams don't want to trade for Kendall right now because he's not saying that he'll commit to a long-term deal. And if you're only renting him for a year, that's a little risky to give up a lot of prospects, so there haven't been many trades happening. And we waste our Showtime feature there as we foul that one off. With a 1-0 lead for the Reds, we poke this one right past the pitcher. Kendall's trying to race time. Can he get to first base? He can, just in time. The shortstop cannot throw him out, so we're on base. And you know when Kendall's on, we're trying to steal, so we easily swipe second base here as that ball is dropped by the shortstop. So now we're 2 bases away from scoring. Got a guy up here. He's going to poke one out into right field. Right fielder's going to come in and get it. He crow hops. Kendall makes his way over to third base. Can he get in? This ball's a one-hopper, and Kendall's in literally just in time. Now 90 feet away. This ball's hit right over the pitcher in the gap. Kendall's going to make his way into home plate, and we have a 1-1 tie ball game, people. So moving on to the bottom of the 12th. Cincinnati's up. They hit one in the hole. Kendall's going to field it on the run. Throws it over to first base. Don't make an error. That would be horrible right now. Then that ball's just in there. Billy Butler's able to snag that one. So moving on to the top of the 13th, we have runners on first and second. Can Kendall be a hero? Now this first pitch, you know what happens when you throw inside a Kendall King. He typically makes you pay. The next pitch in on a 1-0 count is, well, unfortunately that's way too high and not deep enough. Kendall's going to fly out here with runners on first and second base, but fortunately for the Houston Astros, somebody else came up big for us, and we do walk out of here with a 2-1 victory. Larry Paxton gets his first victory of the season. Jimmy Overstreet still being a pretty solid closer. As you guys can see, we are 5 games below 500 at this point. Kendall's average is below 330 now, 13 homers, 27 RBIs. We've got to pick it up a little bit because if we want to win any more games, Kendall's got to be on fire. Now the first pitch in from Cabrera is a nice little strike inside. Next pitch on a 1-2 count is in. Kendall gets a hold of it out to deep right field. Kendall needs one more homer to hit 300 on his career. Ladies and gentlemen, that one is out of the ballpark. We came into this game with 299 career home runs, and that one is number 300 on Kendall's career. It's crazy. I believe Kendall's only like 24, 25 years old, and he's already hit 300 home runs in his career. The fastest player to ever reach that mark. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we have a future Hall of Famer watching right in front of us. Now moving on to the top of the third, we're down 1 run here. Nobody on, nobody out. First pitch into Kendall. Nice little pitch that's up high. We lay off of that one. Next pitch on a 2-0 count. Right outside. Kendall's going to poke this one to deep right center field, but unfortunately for us, that's not going to be enough. That one's going to be an easy fly ball. So Kendall's back up here. He's 1 for 2 in the top of the 5th. We're down 2 runs now, but we do have a runner on first base. Now 1 out. First pitch is in. Kendall drills it right to the shortstop, and that's going to be a double play. Exactly what you don't want to happen when you have runners in scoring position. Now with 6-3 lead now for Cincinnati. Nolan Arenado, former Colorado Rocky, if I remember correctly, is up. He's going to hit this ball right to Kendall. It's going to be an easy ground ball. And what, Kendall, why are you taking your time here? Throw that ball to first base. We just barely get Arenado. I don't know if Kendall's bragging, if he's trying to make the Astros management a little mad or something, but that's a little too risky. And we're 1 for 3 here in the top of the 8th. 7-3 lead for Cincinnati. First pitch for them is inside, and you know what happens. Kendall earlier didn't make them pay. Let's see what he can do here. Next pitch is inside. Kendall rips this one, and it's right past the third baseman. Arenado can't get to it, and the left fielder drops it. That's going to make 1 run score. Kendall has to stop at first base as the other runner stops at second, but we do get an RBI there on that single. Now we're down 3 runs still, bottom of the 8th. There's a runner on second here. Looks like Arenado's back up. He's going to drill this one right over to Kendall. He's going to leap up. And your boy Kendall, give this man a gold glove right now. Unfortunately, though, we can't score any more runs. So we lose 7-4 to Cincinnati. But we have a new game here today. We're back at home and we're rocking, you know what, my favorite jersey. If you think these are the best jerseys, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I do. Now, Jose Abreu, the new Texas Rangers up here. But look at your boy Kendall. 19 home runs. That average is back up above 350 at this point. Things are looking better, and Kendall is starting it off with a good little base hit, knocking the runner over into scoring position, putting that into right field. So many times you see Kendall on his first at-bat hit one way up in the air, but there he comes in clutch. And this ball's going to be drilled up the middle by Billy Butler. You got a runner going to try and score all the way. Kendall's going to say, you know what, if you're throwing it home, I'm going to go ahead and move over to third base. So Kendall is now 90 feet away from scoring. So with one out, runners in the corners, this ball's hit right to the third baseman. He gets it over to second. They go to first, and that's going to be a double play. So unfortunately, Kendall's run does not count there. Now the Rangers have a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the fifth. One runner on and 2 outs for Kendall. First pitch is an inside fastball that we lay off of. Good eye by Kendall. A 2-0 count using the Showtime feature. This ball's right where we want it, but we drill it to the third baseman. How many times did we hit the ball to the third baseman in today's episode? Way too many. Now Jose Abreu is back up. We got a 5-1 lead here for the Texas Rangers. This ball's hit right to Kendall, and we're going to gun out Jose Abreu by a mile. What is that dude's speed? Is it -12? What is happening with him? Now, in the bottom of the seventh, we have runners on second and third with 2 outs. The perfect opportunity to try and drive in some runs here. Now, a good eye by Kendall. That first pitch is going to be in the dirt. With a full count now, got to protect the plate. This ball's in, and it's right over the pitcher's head. We nearly took his head off. The runners from third and from second are going to score. Kendall gets a 2 RBI single, and this game just got a whole lot more interesting. But look at this. Down 2 runs, 1 out, 2 runners on, and it's in the bottom of the ninth. You got to come up clutch here, Kendall. Don't hit into a double play. And the first pitch is drilled to the right field. This one's carrying. This one has a chance. This one is out of the ballpark. The wind was blowing out of the stadium. Kendall hit it high enough. That one gets out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a walk-off home run. Kendall recently hit 300 home runs for his career, and he's just going to keep on going. We're going right to 400, maybe even 500. It's possible we could hit the 700 mark. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. How many home runs do you think Kendall will hit in his entire career? I feel like it's going to be a lot. We get the player of the game, but most importantly, we get a win. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit the like button to share your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.